Across our planet, there exist creatures that carry secrets beyond anything we ever imagined. They do not. Join us as we uncover the astonishing mystery of the creature that can live 500 years beneath the ice.
Each layer holds secrets of storms long forgotten, and the life that survived them. Down here, time moves differently, slow enough for a life to stretch across half a millennium.
A body suspended in stillness, yet older than every human alive today.
Some creatures do not fight winter, Ain. They become part of it.
Even after centuries locked away, life stirs, as if waking from a brief sleep.
These cracks are windows into ages where ancient survivors once thrived.
Some beings endure the cold not by resisting, but by surrendering to it completely.
Inside these frozen cylinders lie histories older than modern civilization.
These bubbles are breaths from a world that vanished long ago.
A creature so patient it ages slower than continents drift.
Eyes that have watched centuries pass without blinking.
Where cold water meets deeper cold, ancient beings rise from the dark.
Frozen for 40,000 years, yet ready to live again.
Above the ice, lights shimmer. Below the ice, immortals drift. Some creatures live so slowly that time itself forgets them.
Built for survival in a world where world warmth is only a rumor.
When ancient ice falls, it reveals life older than every human story. Beings shaped by pressure, cold, and deep cosmic patience.
Even salt trapped in ice shelters civilizations too small to see.
A landscape carved slowly, just like the lives hidden beneath it. A creature whose heartbeat is so slow it takes minutes between pulses. Life waits late, even if waiting means 1,000 years.
The oldest inhabitants drift unnoticed in this cathedral of cold.
Frozen art, sculpted by time, preserved by temperatures far below life's limits.
Mist conceals the beings who study eternity firsthand.
Every movement is deliberate, every decade a sigh.
When ice fractures, the present meets the distant past.
Slowness is not weakness. It is a strategy for immortality.
A 5,000-year-old heartbeat, paused mid-century.
Life written in resilience rather than vulnerability.
The moon has watched generations of these beings awaken and sleep again.
Below the ice lies a maze where ancient survivors drift quietly.
Frozen is not to die, Ada. Not for these creatures. Each collapse uncovers something that shouldn't be alive, but is.
Its flesh carries the stories of centuries of storms.
What seems dead is merely waiting for its next chapter.
Invisible to us, brilliant in their frozen worlds.
A shadow, older than Shakespeare, older than America, older than memory.
Every crack marks a border between centuries.
Aroma of ages and of things that survived them.
Their lifespans stretch so far, generations of humans are a blink.
A world frozen in reflection hides creatures frozen in time.
500 years beneath the cold, untouched by urgency. Awakening after centuries feels like dawn breaking inside a cell.
This frozen kingdom crowns beings older than nations.
Life gathers even in shadows carved by melting ice. Time erodes all Clevi, except their will to survive. This trickle carries the DNA of ages.
Still waters hide the longest living spirits of the cold.
Movement so subtle, only centuries can measure it. Life resumes exactly where it left off, hundreds of years ago.
A new day means little to beings who have seen tens of thousands.
Revived from prehistoric sleep, ready to feed again. Scales polished by centuries tell no lies.
Though frozen solid, life waits behind this icy curtain.
Each scar marks battles from centuries past.
Even cold cannot silence their glow.
Awe reveals organisms untouched by time. After centuries of stillness, life multiplies. A cathedral built by cold, sheltering eternal survivors. Threads of life, knitted through centuries. Its enemies died centuries ago or often, but it remains.
deepest magic, the ability to pause existence.
Sanctuaries for life that refuses to die.
Adaptations forged in temperatures that break metal.
These heights echo the endurance of millennia-old creatures below. Barely visible, yet nearly immortal. Time stretches differently in the land of the ageless.
Cold currents carry life that outlasts history.
They build slowly, incredible slowly, but eternally.
Even the creatures that live on the ancient are ancient themselves.
A myth made real and older than legend.
History unfreezes one secret at a time.
Liquid pockets where time freezes, but life endures.
Life, wrapped in its own icy armor. Its slow crawl, a testament to centuries of survival.
The mist hides beings who have outlived entire dynasties.
Evolution sharpened them. Time softened them.
Frozen tombs become cradles once again.
Rivers of frozen time flowing through ancient stone.
The smallest beings are often the longest survivors.
A resurrection, millions of seconds delayed.
Its neighbors are glaciers ancient, equally ancient.
In this hidden world, 500 years is simply a chapter. Beneath this frozen ceiling lies a sanctuary where centuries-old lives drift unhurried.
A heartbeat measured not in seconds, but in centuries. Even the walls around them are younger than the beings they shelter.
These icy arteries carry some of Earth's oldest organisms.
Time stands still, except for the creatures who mastered stillness first.
Each lap around the abyss is a century-long dance.
This barren horizon hides life with patience beyond
A being who outlives civilizations with a heartbeat slower than dawn.
In these dark cathedrals, the ancient drift untouched.
A window into a world where age holds no limits.
Reproduction resumes where it paused hundreds of years ago.
A galaxy of life suspended in frozen night.
Each towering block conceals a pocket of immortal life.
Built to survive what would end nearly all others.
Movement as deliberate as centuries of evolution.
Life unfolding after centuries of stillness.
A frozen cathedral where age becomes legend.
Creatures who dance between worlds, frozen and alive.
A survivor, molded by 5 centuries of ocean stories.
Nature's spiral mirror the slow rotation of ancient lifetimes. Cracks where forgotten ages begin thawing back into life.
It swims through a world that has barely changed in 500 years.
Carrying the colors of worlds long erased.
Their energy is measured in decades, not days.
Motion returning to a body older than nations.
A corridor linking the present to forgotten ages.
The ground beneath reveals traces of immortality.
The sky dims for creatures who have seen this light hundreds of times.
Particles of life, swimming through time itself.
Communities unchanged for centuries.
Built like fortresses to outlive generations.
Genetic stories older than recorded history.
Lights that watched over beings who watched the world change. Ice forms the cradle of the ageless.
Life reduced to whispers, piled yet unbroken.
It feeds as it always has, through centuries of change.
Frozen gardens, cultivated by time.
Inside, life older than continents lingers patiently.
Life that flows at the pace of drifting continents.
Adaptation so perfect, it defies extinction.
Hidden kingdoms where the ancient live, untouched.
In the coldest places,
A morning stretch after centuries of sleep.
Stillness is its greatest survival tool.
water reveals the ancestors hidden below.
Its journey predates every modern map.
Architecture measured in centuries, not minutes. History stirs when the ice breathes. The lights dance for immortal witnesses. Hunger returns after 500 years of waiting. Homes carved by pressure and age. Tiny vaults protecting life across centuries. Scenes unchanged for centuries to hand, and so are the creatures beneath.
Where light fails, ancient endurance thrives. Breaths trapped for centuries, escaping into a new world.
A resilience forged in absolute cold.
Their hunger follows an ancient calendar.
The thaw reveals the ageless.
Beneath these frozen giants lie immortal passengers. A flicker of energy that defies time. Roots followed for centuries through silent depths.
These waters awaken the forgotten.
A titan built from centuries of survival.
Information preserved longer than human history.
Treasure chambers of ancient life. The lifeless surface hides the oldest heartbeat on Earth.
Color returning to a body, old in nations. Life reanimating after centuries feels miraculous every time.
living proof that evolution sometimes chooses patience. The world moves, but slowly enough for the ancient to endure.
Beasts separated by centuries.
Reproduction slowed by time, but not defeated.
Movement guided by nothing but ancient memory.
A cage that protects instead of imprisons.
5 centuries, reflected in a single slow blink.
Every crack marks a new chapter for revived life.
The quiet before a century's delayed sunrise. Their stories stretch beyond our recorded time. Blueprints from centuries past, intact as the day they froze. These are the immortals of the ice. Below this silence sleep the elders of our planet.
Light touches beings who have rarely seen it.
Life blooms again from ice, older than kingdoms.
When ice breaks, the past escapes.
The deep exhales fragments of forgotten centuries.
A formation perfected by ages.
Each movement carves its own place in time.
A cold ember waiting for breath.
Enclosed worlds hiding impossible survivors.
A meal centuries overdue. Passages only immortals can navigate.
Winds that witnessed half-millennial lives resume.
A ripple from a creature older than history books.
Giants shaped by centuries of solitude.
Layers marking eras of frozen life.
Light from bodies older than nations. Preparing for the next 1,000-year winter.
Paths older than every human map.
A movement sculpted
by centuries of practice.
Armored by ages of surviving the impossible.
Color, marking the rebirth of ancient organisms. Even warmth down here belongs to the old ones.
Life redesigns itself after centuries asleep. Every corner known by memory spanning generations.
Potential reignited after centuries of stillness. The ice itself seems alive with ancient energy.
A lineage millions of years old, continuing as if nothing changed.
Melting unveils secrets that refuse to die.
A boundary line between.
Biology resuming its routines after centuries.
A sovereign ruling an empire of frost.
Color resurrected from prehistoric sleep. A kingdom of silence, built to protect its oldest inhabitants.
Bodies like glass, histories like stone.
Survival through collaboration tying, unchanged for centuries.
Layers of life, stacked like pages in a frozen book.
One step after centuries of stillness.
Thawing water carries revived stories.
The Earth opens to release its oldest living archives.
A hidden metropolis of the ageless.
Frozen perfection, preserved beyond imagination.
Slow breath, older than modern civilization.
Their survival toolkit surpasses time itself.
Long shadows for long-lived beings.
A vault for Earth's oldest organisms.
Movement recorded only in centuries.
A blueprint built to survive eternity.
Colors marking the places where time thaws.
Even weapons wear down over half a millennium.
Invisible life glowing with
currents, carrying creatures older than cities.
Resilience, written into every molecule. A mirror showing 5 centuries of survival.
Waking into a planet they were never meant to see. Life flows in the coldest corners of Earth,
preparing for the next centuries-long hibernation.
A ghost older than nations passing quietly by.
Armor perfected through geological time. Each fracture frees a life older than the fracture itself.
Time spirals inside its tiny form.
life rebuilding bridges between centuries.
Vision blurred by centuries of cold. Nature protects its oldest secrets well. Awake through centuries of darkness. Life resumes a meal delayed for ages.
Light-touching beings it forgot for centuries.
Potential wrapped in armor built for millennia.
Landscapes unchanged for the life of ancient beings.
A cathedral of cold, sheltering the timeless.
The tapestry of ancient life repairs itself.
Predators, shaped by centuries, softened by cold. Their clock runs on geological time.
Stories thawing back into motion.
Hallways walked by beings older than history.
Tiny sparks refusing to fade.
A monarch of the frozen deep.
Life returning with curiosity after centuries.
An ancient resurrection witnessed in real time. Ice bends around the unbreakable.
The surface warms, but the ancient remain cool.
Navigation written into their ancient code.
Nurtured by glaciers older than humanity. Beings that charted Earth long before we did.
The ancient begin their next chapter.
Silent silhouettes from 5 centuries ago.
These creatures that survive half a millennium beneath the ice remind us that life is far more resilient than...
While African American humans measure life in decades, these organisms witness the planet's transformation.
How many more secrets sleep beneath the ice, waiting for the world to discover them? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe.
Until next time, stay curious.